Hello there, coaches. My name is Rich Hargitt. I'm the head football coach at Emmett HS, and I'm also the lead consultant for the surface to air system. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have comments, please put them in the comments section. We'll be happy to get back to those as soon as we can. Also, if you would please like this video and subscribe to it, that just helps us reach a few more coaches around the country. All right, what we're going to be talking about today is BGap Power. Okay, now I know we've talked extensively about A gap and C gap and other videos, but there's one more little nugget I think we can discuss right here, and that is what we consider B gap power. Okay, now I can tell you we codename it as Moses because we talk about parting the Red Sea on this play, but it's really kind of whatever you want it to be, whatever you want it to be called, obviously. But we're fundamentally, we can attack a 3-5 or a shade 5 side. Okay, we can do this either way, but I like to run it back to the shade 5 side. Okay, that's just how I personally like to do it. And there's a couple little tweaks and variations. So let's talk this through. The first really cool thing is it's a true, what I call 0-1P run play. 0 back, 1 tight end, but the tailback is the tight end or fullback player. So we're going to be able to release the tight end and get a double RPO going. What I love about that is 2 guys strong and 2 guys weak now have to play the pass. So we've already made our math simpler. We're down to 7 potential guys, and the question is obviously, can they fit it? Now we're going to base, that's what makes this a B gap power. We're going to base the C and the A gap right there. We're going to block back. Everything's the same as power, except our pulling guard is going to U-turn back to the Will or the Mike, whatever you consider that player. And then our tailback is going to load the B gap player, and we're going to run power right there. Okay. Now I think that's a groovy play. I think that's really, really neat. I think there's a lot of cool things right there, but here's what you've fundamentally done. You've made these guys conscious of playing the pass, and you've created angles or base blocks on everybody else. Okay. Now you can run it as a tailback play, but you'll need to bring a fullback in the game and handle things a little bit differently. So I think that's a certain question you've got to answer for yourself. Now, there's some other really cool things you can do here. You can also put yourself in a set like this, and you can actually put the back strong. Okay. We don't do this very often, but you absolutely can. And you can create some other issues, so to speak, for the defense. Okay. If they're still trying to match up, they've got their nickel out there. Okay. This is an interesting little twist that can give them some problems. You can go ahead and still base on that side, still pull and U-turn. Okay. Now you can get yourself into some little stick variations out there and bring the back through. It'll actually be a better kick out angle. He's actually going to kick the Will out because your quarterback's going to turn, look at that RPO, look and see what he's got. Okay, see what kind of options he's got, and then fold it back through. So there's a lot of ways to run that B gap power. There's a lot of useful angles and different ways you can do it. Now, you can certainly do it to the tight end side. Let's look at that real quick. I don't like the play as much. I'll show you how I would do it if I was going to do it. I just don't like the play as much this way. If you were going to run it over here to the tight end side, let's say you've got the exact same defense out there, then I would be here. I would base these guys, pull and U-turn, and go get that guy. And then I would leave those RPOs on. What I don't like about that is I just think it's too confining into the A gap. We have done it. Full disclosure, we have done it. But I just think it's a better play when you can stay over here in the B gap, give them a tight end. Okay, I think that's a huge part of this is give them a tight end because you're going to release him anyway. But when you give him that tight end, he can release, your quarterback can get eyes on that, and then you can fold and get a really good angle. If you've watched Ferris State the last couple of years, I see them doing this out of true 10P with no tight ends. That's not how I kind of came up with the play years ago. I always put a tight end in the game because I wanted to know where the 3 technique is. And based on film study, I think you're going to get a lot of those answers. So again, I hope this video was helpful for you. A little BGap Power video for you. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button and that subscribe button. Help us get out there and reach more coaches. If you have questions, put them in the comment section for us. We'll be happy to answer those. You can reach me on Twitter at Coach Hargitt or the system account at S2A System, or hit us up on the website at www.surface-to-air system.com. Hope this was helpful for you, coaches, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.